Okay, so today I'm just going to show you some books that you could help to supplement if you do a study over Laura Ingalls Wilder or some of her books. I've had these for several years and can't decide if I'm going to get rid of them or not, but just in case I decide to, I just want to go ahead and share them with you. There are many, many, many wonderful resources to use when studying about Laura Ingalls Wilder or her series of books. There's so many wonderful websites. I think it's called homeschoolshare.com that has lap books and different stuff for each book. Anyway, it's really neat. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you through some of these. Okay, this one, honestly, I do not even know where you could get this. This looks like it was printed off at someone's home computer. This was just given to me by my cousin, I think. I really don't know. Or maybe we picked it up. Actually, I don't know. It was either my cousin or we picked it up at a local history museum. Anyhow. But this was pretty neat and very simple. It was Laura Ingalls Wilder. It has her date here. This is just some activities. Let me see if I can find you a place to get it from. I don't know. Here's some capitals. Circle the letters that should be capitalized. So, you circle the letters that should be capitalized, but you're reading and learning about Laura. There's a score. Here's some wagon ABCs. So here's a wagon. Here's some words that have to do with the wagon. Put them in alphabetical order. So these are just activities. And some states that they lived in. Okay, it's like find each state and, color it a different color. What I did is when we did this, I just copied it on my own computer and we didn't do this. We just copied them and did the copies. So here's some matching. And, so like which one of these goes with this book? Okay, this vocabulary, match it here, match the characters, color the doll Charlotte, a word game. All these words have to do with her books. The Little China Woman, multiple choice, Laura's books, song with math and music. You can see it says 2 times 2 equals 4 and 2 times 3 is 6. So it's just a song. Craft, so make a lantern, make a log cabin, and then here's some answers, and that's it. Surely there's some way. The person that wrote this was J. Carpenter and C. Carpenter Blandford. That's the only Cedar Lake, Indiana. Looks like that's the only identification on it. Okay, there's that one. The next one here is Teacher Created Resources, and that company has a lot of unit studies like this. You should check them out. It's pretty neat. Okay, and I have links to everything that I can link in the description box below. So this is a guide for using Little House in the Big Woods. So this is just for the first book that she wrote. Not all of them, just the first one. And it includes curriculum connections, so it's going to connect, art and history, maybe even some science and literature. It's going to connect multiple subjects, vocabulary, unit test, and critical thinking. And you can see over here are some of the literature units that they have. So the primary ones are for grades 1 through 3, the intermediate level, grades 3 through 5, and challenging are grades 5 and up. So you can see they have many, many. And this is not a very new book, so I'm sure they even have a ton more. Okay, this particular one, I don't see a grade level on it. Anyway, okay, so here's the table of contents. So section 1 covers chapters 1 through 2 of Little House in the Big Woods. There's a quiz, a hands-on project, cooperative learning activity, curriculum connection, geography, into your life, homes of today and yesterday. And then section 2 covers chapters 3 through 5, a quiz, a hands-on project. You can see it's the same type of thing, but each curriculum connection is different. So section 1 was geography, next one's language arts, next one social studies, then there's science and reading, okay? So here's an introduction, and you can pause the video if you need to. Here's a sample lesson plan. So like lesson 1, let's find a longer one. Lesson 5 here, it tells you what chapters to read and what to do. Okay? And what you do before the book, about the author, and then about the book, vocabulary list. So these are some vocab words from chapters 1 through 2, chapters 6 through 8, 9 through 10, and so on. Vocabulary activity ideas, quiz time, making paper dolls, a map of Wisconsin, panther research, black bears, 2. What we did is, again, I just copied, and we just used the copies instead of using in the book. So you can see there's a craft here. Al's story, making a lantern, square dancing, making sugar maple candy, family tree, building a town, honeybees, journal entry, stewed pumpkin, the boy who cried wolf, a cookbook, and just more in there. And here's an answer key and a bibliography, some conversations to have, response, and a unit test. So if you have a little girl or even a little boy, because, they're good books they're just good books. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. I mean, history is history. So if you if you have a child, hit the camera. So if you have a child that really likes the Laura Ingalls book series, you can learn so much by using resources like this. You can really make it come alive and incorporate all different subjects. Okay, I'll save this one for last because this one's quite a bit more. This one here is Hands-on History. It's by Scholastics, and it's about pioneers. The grade level is 4 through 8. Now, this is not specific to Laura Ingalls. It's just pioneers, and Laura's family was a pioneer, so it fits as well. But it's pretty neat. There's activities to do, study guides to make up a homestead act. It gives the templates that you need. There's a vocabulary wagon, trails to the west. There was a saddlebag for the mail, the Pony Express thing. Yeah, express mail. And there's a 3D pop-up Pioneer trunk and different things. The Westwood Journey. Anyway, it's just a neat book. So here's the table of contents. And again, you can pause it if you want to. Just tells you how to use the book. Okay. This one is the thickest of them all. It is for grades 3 through 5, and it's a Good Apple reading and language arts activity book. This is Little House in the Classroom. Now, this one actually covers all of her books. Okay, it doesn't just cover one, it covers all of her books. So, thought I'd say that. So here's the table of contents. So Unit 1 is about the Little House in the Big Woods, Unit 2, Little House on the Prairie, and then Unit 3, and you can see each unit covers a different one of her books. Here's an introduction, some background on her and her family, the lost years, Laura's Big Woods, some information about the Plum Creek time, and then the gap, like what happened between these years. There was actually some extra information in this book that I had never known before. So, I was thinking, is this really real? But anyhow, then back at Walnut Grove, moving west again, happy golden years, sorrows and joys. So this is just like her life, and they're kind of giving it each section a title. Okay, and here's where it actually starts with Little House in the Big Woods. So on Unit 1, which is Little House in the Big Woods, it tells you chapters 1, 2, 3, and 6 have to do with critical thinking. Chapters 2 and 7 are writing activities. It just tells you that stuff here, the topics that you're going to cover in Unit 1. So art, social studies, science, math, guidance, and so on. All right, and here's the first page of Unit 1. And here's what you do. So you show this map. You locate Pepin County, which is right here. Then you show the map of the United States, have the student compare the state of Wisconsin with their own state. Anyway, it just tells you exactly what to do. Find pictures of wolves, muskrat, mink, otter, fox, deer, trundle beds, smoke houses, that type of stuff. Tells you what to read, some questions. Okay, then this is continued. There's it tells you to do an activity, which is this, making the log house, and then you move on to chapter 2, and you make some butter. So showing you there, and also make some Jack Frost art. Anyway, but you can see that each chapter of each book, there is an activity to do. So here's Unit 4, By the Shores of Silver Lake. So the same thing, gives you the outline and some activities and academic things to do for vocab, science, that type of stuff. Writing. Okay? So, but yes, I will have links to all this that I can anyway in the description box below. So I just thought I would share that with you in case you had a child that liked history, liked Pioneer Time, and particularly liked this series of books. So have a good day.